All right, everybody, welcome to the JK Theory. Here we talk about anything and everything. No topic is left untouched, no stone is left unturned. We give you the raw, real, and uncut. Now, before we get into it, I'm Jay,
Okay.
and this is the JK Theory. So today's topic definitely is emotional, especially for me, but I find it really interesting how we have Donald Trump in the WWE Hall of Fame, but Vince McMahon ain't in it. First of all, let's tackle Donald Trump first, okay?
hmm
Why is Donald Trump in the WWE Hall of Fame? He ain't a wrestler. He ain't really do anything to contribute to wrestling itself. I did a little deep dive, but what's your thoughts on that? Why? I mean, if we look at history, he's on a bunch of lists these days, but to be on the WWE Hall of Fame list, nah, fam. What's your thoughts on that?
Um, they put a celebrity in like every year just for contributing anything. So, I mean, him being in the Hall of Fame, I get kind of why he's there. I don't think his impact was worth anything. Like, he didn't wrestle or anything. He just was like a manager type person for Bobby Lashley and got to shave Vince's head. That was it.
But damn, you know what was crazy is WWE will go out of its way to take somebody out of a Hall of Fame, especially like a wrestler, or prevent wrestlers from being in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But they won't touch a celebrity either because they don't care. It's not really anything important or nostalgic, or are they just not trying to piss him off? Because recently you've got Mick Foley who says he won't support WWE in any way, shape, or form as long as they back Donald Trump.
Good
So
job, Nick.
exactly, Mick, you're sticking to your guns. I appreciate that. And if you're still around, hey, it's only 3 more years anyway. So, what's your thoughts? Like, do you think they're just doing this because they don't want to piss off the POTUS?
I think that they have enough bad publicity where doing something like that will make it even worse. Especially because you got his little cult members that would, take another thing. And plus, isn't Triple H in some way, form, or fashion on his like board or something? I know Lyndon McMahon is. So why would they take him out if they're aligned with him? It wouldn't coexist with what they're doing and what they're saying.
Yeah, but at this point, especially with the lists and the files that are out, do you really want to rub shoulders with him?
Yeah, yeah, they do because they've been doing it for the longest. So like they can't get away from it. Linda McMahon works for him. Triple H works for him now. Like that's just what it is. So no, they're not gonna take it away. They don't mind being next to that, or they wouldn't have did it in the first place.
Oh, that's disgusting, bro. I'll tell you right now, if I'm in business with someone and they end up being on a list like these lists that we're talking about, then
hmm
I'm not in business with these people anymore. Like I'm not breaking bread with you. I'm not calling you. I'm not making money with you. Like it's
You're,
done.
but you have a thing called integrity, and your line don't align with theirs. See, in reality, as much as people don't want to admit it, Triple H, Linda McMahon, Vince McMahon, all these people feel a certain type of way. Whether they want to come out and say it or not, I mean, that's just so neither here
Type
nor
of
there.
way as in what? Because when you say that, the first thing that comes to mind is how they say that Triple H is racist and how he's signing all these black wrestlers just to combat the racism thing.
What are they doing? What black wrestler is top? What black wrestler got any shine? What black wrestler is really making a mark?
I
I mean,
mean, maybe change that up, in the last 5 years, what black wrestler has made a mark or what? Because we can't just say recently. Your boy Javon Evans, that boy Bouncy, he's dope. He's making his mark. But that's recent.
but wait, Javon Evans still has to go through a lot. We don't know where Javon Evans is going to be. Yeah, he's popular now, but what are they going to do with him in the future? See, the thing about Triple H, and I don't knock Triple H. I don't feel like he's a racist. I really don't. But is there enough evidence to kind of support it? Yeah, I guess it would be. I don't feel like he is, but I don't think he has a problem with it either. Like I don't think it's like a big needle mover for him either which way.
I don't
So
know. I kind of see what you're saying, but I think it bothers him because he's signing all this black talent now.
if it bothers you, you align yourself with somebody that's trying to take away black history, doesn't bother you that much. It bothers you that people are saying it's about you. And even you signing black, we just did a conversation about Jade Cargill. What is he doing with her?
Wasting time and talent.
Exactly. So you put a belt on her to do what with her? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But ain't like WWE ain't had a talent of women that can do. You got Becky, you got Charlotte, you got EO. Hell, you got Oscar. But who are you
Oscar's
putting her
dope, by the
against?
way. Yeah.
Exactly. You putting her against nobody. So that's what, like, you're wasting her, your black champion, because she's the only black champion they have right now.
Mm. The word token comes to mind for some reason.
But to get on Vince McMahon and Trump, to get back on the topic, I just feel like Triple H, since they're aligned with him, they can't take him out, even if they wanted to, which I don't think they want to. But how do you take out somebody you're pretty much in bed with?
I mean, how deep does it go? Like, I really don't know what Triple H does for Trump, and vice versa. I don't know what Trump does to Triple H.
Triple H is Trump's athletic or school something. It has something to do with athletics in school. Now, just a little bit off topic, his co-partner is Lawrence Taylor, which is funny because Lawrence Taylor can't be fucking 90 feet near kids because he's a sex offender. But
Yeah. Lawrence Taylor went to my school when I was in like sixth, seventh grade. He was doped out, bro. That shit was hilarious. Anyway, allegedly he was doped out. But yeah.
but yeah, so no, they're not gonna take him out. Not at all.
So don't accept the role. Quit the position.
If you feel a certain type of way, you're not going to not feel that position because they align with everything that he does. Have you ever heard Triple H come out and say something negative about Trump?
No.
He had to stand next to Trump to accept the role.
Nah, fuck that, dude. That you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head with the integrity. There's just some things you do, some things you don't do. If you
Exactly.
know this man is evil or a certain way or is strong on his certain beliefs and
Hmm.
they're completely opposite or you don't agree with those beliefs, then you don't sit at his table. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You
So, what does that tell you about the McMahons and Triple H and people like that? They all sit at that table happily.
That's disgusting.
Hmm.
That's disgusting. So I did do a little bit of research as to what Trump has done for
Yeah.
WWE.
Hmm.
So I guess he paid for the building for WrestleMania 3 and 4. So he did that. But as far as well as I can remember, according to the Netflix documentary, WrestleMania 2 made WWE extremely profitable. Like they didn't need like after one, like they have money, but two, they definitely have money. They didn't need Trump's money, but then again, who are you to say no to somebody paying for the event? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there.
I didn't know he paid for WrestleMania 3. I know 4, I believe, was at Trump Plaza. I think it was in Vegas, I believe. WrestleMania 4 was.
I can't remember the location, but the research I did, he paid for 3 and 4.
Okay. Um, I mean, two was all over the place. Um, WrestleMania 2, they had like it was at 3 different venues. That's why it didn't work well, but it
Yeah,
worked because it was at 3 different spots, which was I don't understand that. It's kind of stupid. But
I feel you.
but, but I mean WrestleMania 3 was their biggest event with Hogan versus Andre. That was their top seller. That's what made WWE what it was. So if he paid that, I mean, I guess I can see why they would want to put him in the Hall of Fame because of that alone, because that kind of jump started everything for them.
Okay. So, and back then we didn't know what we know now, right?
No,
With the
right,
files and
right,
all this
right.
stuff. Okay.
Mhm.
But now that we know about the files,
Yeah.
and I just saw something the other day. Trump is mentioned in these files more times than Jesus is mentioned in the Bible. Okay. Now that we know what we know,
Hmm.
kick him the fuck out.
Why? Ain't nothing proven. The files are just hearsay. Like it's different when
I mean, here
it's,
there's videos, there's pictures, there's all this shit's out there.
there was
There's
videos and
victims
pictures
that are
before.
still alive now that are talking now and saying this shit.
Uh, and these people still voted for him. They knew all this. This ain't nothing new under the sun. This was present before the election. They knew this. Everybody knew this. When people talking about them files, everybody knew his name was in there a lot because we seen him with him. Not a big deal because you technically can't prove anything. It's just hearsay. Those files are just his. It's like example, Joe Biden, his daughter. I think it was his daughter, right? That wrote the journal that he did something to her in the shower or looked at her in the shower or some shit like that.
Mhm.
Allegedly, because there's no proof he did it. It's just wrote on a piece of paper. It's the same thing with the files. Everything is just wrote down. Don't mean it happened. It could be a fiction of my imagination, so I put it in a binder. Now, do we think that Mr. President did stuff with underage women
Yep.
or
Correct.
underage girls? I
Mhm.
won't even call them women, underage girls. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. Why? Because there have been multiple times where he said stuff like that. It didn't matter. They didn't give a shit. They still don't care.
I mean, there's models saying that, and these are younger girls,
Hmm.
when they were getting dressed in between runway shoots,
Yeah.
Trump was right there just staring at them all, just getting dressed.
He said this. He said it himself.
Trump himself saying, grab her by the pussy. Like, this is hearsay from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, he literally said that he is entitled to go in their dressing room. He did it sometimes just because he could. Nobody cared. These are not women that he did it to, which would still be bad if he did it to women.
Mhm.
But these are young girls that he did this to. People don't care. They blink an eye. You see what they say, what the girls say. It's the difference between 16 and 8. What?
Wow.
Really?
There's a difference between one and two. It don't matter.
It,
There's
it is.
adult and child. That's it. Wow. To even say that, you put yourself in that mind state, in that mentality, and oh, it's okay. No, like
Yeah.
it's not okay. Like, okay, there's a difference between pedophile and not a pedophile. There's no, yeah, he's pedophile-ish. No, motherfucker, it's like you is or you ain't.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, Triple H, Linda, Vince, they're all right there.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a theory or a scenario,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Just off the bat, don't think too hard. If I was to
Okay.
say, okay, I've never watched wrestling ever in my life,
Hmm.
who would you say is like the biggest, most famous wrestler of all time? First name that pops up.
Hogan.
Funny you say that.
Hmm.
Hogan was kicked out of the Hall of Fame,
He was.
but Trump is in that bitch.
Because Hogan was kicked out of the Hall of Fame because he made racist remarks. It was a big outcry. It was a big blow up. But fast forward, guess who's back in the Hall of Fame?
So you're telling me now? I'm not saying he's right,
Hmm.
but if we break it down,
Yeah.
he said some words that were offensive,
Yes.
versus somebody doing an action that's offensive.
Because you could prove the words that he said because it was on tape. So we actually heard what he was saying.
Yeah, but Trump literally said, "I'm watching these young girls get dressed."
Yeah, I know. I know. You listen, I get it. I totally understand where you're going with it. I 100% understand and doesn't feel like he should be anywhere near anything that has value to it. But again, Hogan is in the Hall of Fame. They brought Hogan back multiple times. Saying racist things that was not a deal breaker for them. He was gone for what, maybe a couple years, and then they brought him back. That horrible apology he did, that bullshit apology he did. Oh, I'm from the South. We talk like that all the time.
Yeah, that
Nigga, what? Good. You
was
serious?
such a weak ass comment. Okay, so we got somebody else that's kicked out of the Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
She was beautiful, but Sunny. You got
Sonny.
Tammy Stitch
Yes.
kicked out of the Hall of Fame for a DUI. Mind you, she killed somebody. Okay.
I was gonna say, but there's more to it.
But it was a DUI. They all they admit it. Fucking we almost watched Scott Hall die on camera. Like they all admitted popping pills, drinking, da da da,
Yeah.
doing all this,
Yeah.
and that.
Hmm.
And yet Michaels is still in the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
If anybody needs to be kicked out, it's Ric Flair. He's still in the Hall of Fame.
he is.
Triple H is in the Hall of Fame. Kevin Nash is in the Hall of Fame.
Hmm.
These are all, Scott Hall's in the Hall of Fame. Uh, Lex Luger is in the Hall of Fame.
You know how I feel about him. I don't.
Exactly. And these are all heavy, heavy drug users.
Drug users does not disqualify you. They still was able to perform, kinda. Some of them more than others.
Scott Hall killed somebody.
Scott Hall, it was self defense.
He still killed somebody.
Yeah, but there's a difference between
Tammy
killing
killed
somebody and
somebody.
self
She was
defense.
drunk, but she killed somebody.
Who?
Tammy.
Oh, Sonny.
Tammy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I don't even know if is she still in the Hall of Fame? Did they put her out of the Hall of Fame?
No, she's out. They kicked her out.
They did kick her out.
Yeah.
Okay. I know she sold her Hall of Fame ring because she needed money.
Oh
Um,
my God.
yeah, I
And
do
here's
know
the
that.
thing: is that thing even worth anything now? Because it's Sunny after all.
I mean, that's probably why it's worse on because it is Sonny. Like Sonny back in our day was the it girl. Like she was the eye candy. She was the one most males dreamed about.
Something that I looked up that I thought was interesting is Chris Benoit. We all know what he did.
Yeah,
He's not kicked out of the Hall of Fame.
because he's never in there.
He's erased from it, but he's not kicked out.
He was never put in there.
No, he's in because he's part of the Four Horsemen.
No, he was never. He was never put in. The four horsemen that they put in is a different four horsemen.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, he's never getting anywhere near that.
Yeah. I don't blame that. Don't blame that part. However,
Hmm.
Trump does not need to be on Trump's on enough lists. He'll need to be on WWE's Hall of Fame list.
I agree. And
So
you talked about Vince.
yes, I strongly believe
Hmm.
Vince needs to be in the Hall of Fame. If his daughter is in the Hall of Fame and his dad is in the Hall of Fame,
Hmm.
this is the man. His dad was about to give up and quit.
Yeah.
Sold it to his son. His son took it and bam, did he run with it, bro.
Yes.
There is no WWF, there is no WWE without Vince.
True.
W freaking ECW would have just been a whisper in the wind.
Hmm.
WCW probably wouldn't have existed. I don't think Ted Turner would have bought it. I think they just
Maybe.
would have let it go.
Mhm.
Ted didn't like Vince. Ted bought it.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on that? Should Vince be in the Hall of Fame?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes, always.
I'll fight it. I from what you said, absolutely. Because without him, there is no Hall of Fame to be put in, period. At the same time, I am much of a believer that you can screw up your own legacy.
No Diddy.
Exactly. Uh, so I feel like Vince screwed up his own legacy, and he has to live with that because he did it. Like I'm sorry, I would have put him in the Hall of Fame. He would have been one of the first people that should have been in the Hall of Fame. But once you did the stuff that you did,
Hey,
no, you
but it's allegedly, it's hearsay. Where's the proof? They still
oh,
going through trial.
it's a lot of proof. It's a lot of proof.
I don't
It's
see it. I
yeah,
can
because they ain't
see
showed it to the public.
I can see these Epstein files right now. I can see the videos and photos that are on the Epstein files right now.
Yeah, but also you can see that this company is trying to get as far away from Vince as they possibly can.
And yet still rub shoulders with Trump. Do you see how the dynamic of
Yeah,
all
I
this
I
is so
I,
like,
I 100% am with you, but the I guess the difference right now between Trump and Vince is the fact that Vince's allegations are more, I don't want to say more evidence because we got enough evidence on Trump, but it's more open evidence against Vince.
more concrete, more like
Yeah,
hard
it's
hitting.
more, yeah. And with Trump, it's a lot of allegations besides the fact of the stuff that he already said, but it's more allegations than it is the proof, the concrete proof that he did it.
So we gonna need to see his day in court.
I mean, that was supposed to happen, but he became president. So good job, America.
Man, y'all shit the bed on this one.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. Now,
Yep.
what do you think? I'm trying to think of a way to word it. Maybe the words are gonna come out wrong,
Okay.
but maybe you can get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Like, I think they should Hall of Fame what Vince has done to elevate WWE, but maybe not Vince the man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but if you do that, then you can do that with Chris Benoit too, because technically there's not a there's not a better wrestler out there than Chris Benoit. Like he was top notch
Dude,
wrestler.
yes. Like my go-to back then, like I love seeing Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, and Eddie Guerrero. Just you knew he was gonna get a freaking match.
That was some of my favorites. Like Dean Malenko is still one of my favorites. Chris Benoit, his matches go hard, like because he put everything he had in it. But again, you can fuck up your own legacy, and that's what he did. People don't talk about how great his matches are anymore. When you mention Chris Benoit, they mention what he did. When you
Yeah.
mention Vince McMahon, you mention what he did. Like you can't get away from it. R. Kelly is a great artist, one of the best out there. They talk about well, not allegations because we know he did it, but they talk about what he did. So you can't. It's hard to separate the man from the whatever he did because of the fact it's too much out there to show me that you did this.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
Like you can't talk about Pac and not mention Big and vice versa.
that's how it works.
You can't talk about how great Michael Jackson was without the allegations.
The bullshit allegations.
Yes, yes. That's insane. Let us know what you guys think. Should Trump stay in the WWE Hall of Fame? Should they remove him? Should they not even touch it? Because it's just going to be unwanted attention brought to it. Because it ain't like Trump celebrates it. And it ain't like we seen him recently. Heck, he was supposed to be at John Cena's thing and didn't even show up. So Let us know what you guys think. Should Vince be in the Hall of Fame? I highly think so. Also, his son, Shane, should be in it too. So hit us up on our email, thejktheory@gmail.com. Let us know where you're watching from. We love the love and support you guys are showing. Hit that like and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Jay,
Okay.
and this is the JK Theory. Peace.
Peace.